Welcome, everyone. Awakening Consciousness, My Journey and Our Global Transformation. That's what I wanted to explain to you today. I'm going to give you information about what I've been working on that will help you maybe understand what you're moving through in your life, or more importantly, what is happening in our world, what you might be experiencing, but also to talk about my work because I want everyone to understand what I have been working on and what you might gain from it. But this presentation will give you a greater understanding of all of it. So it is this. Let me start the slideshow for you. And Awakening Consciousness, my journey and our global transformation. My purpose is to explain, and I'm exploring your last development program, which will give you a lot of information of what might be going on for you. Our experiences of ourselves, lives, and the world around us are mediated through our consciousness. Consciousness allows us to be aware of our thoughts, feelings, perceptions, and surroundings. It's how we all navigate our lives, no matter who we are. Every single human does that. But my program is about giving individuals a chance to elevate theirs during this pivotal time of transition in our world. The goal is elevating consciousness for the personal, on the personal level, and global transformation. We'll see how those all come together. My journey was receiving cosmic guidance for 35 years. And I've been sharing it with so many people and helping individuals reach their higher states of existence, which you will probably hear if you've listened to any of my testimonials that are on my site. But we'll have all of that here as well. Now, elevating consciousness, promoting a deeper self-awareness and understanding, personalized guidance, tailored insights for unique life paths, holistic healing, addressing physical, emotional, spiritual well-being. I'm saying this because this is what I have lived. And so I put this program together in a personalized way, meaning each person is to find their path and why they are here. And this information guides you to be able to do that. That is the way that we live this really successful life, when we can own our unique gifts, our path, and that life purpose that everyone is always looking for. Self-belief empowerment, encouraging belief in personal potential, tools for transformation, practical techniques for lasting change, connection to higher consciousness, accessing wisdom and guidance. That's why I feel this program is the best thing anyone could have, because what it's doing is getting you to reach your potential through transformational techniques, which we all come to understand, and we'll see a little bit more of that. But when you can connect to our higher consciousness, then you're accessing wisdom and guidance that is within each person. And we set this up, I just want you to understand why this works so well, because when you're alone, which I just received an email from someone who was so grateful for the group call that we had yesterday, when you're moving through your self-actualization, personal development, or what I call ascension, it is challenging when you're alone. But when we come together and talk about it and can move through our blockages, because we all have them, then we're reaching higher levels of understanding within ourselves, and also creating that to go into our world as well. And we're never done with that. I mean, I've been doing this work for 35 years, and I'm just going to see how long I can keep building more. That's my next goal. I'm write the next book. I'm going to keep creating more. I'm at 73, so I'm going the other direction now. Motivation and inspiration, shared experiences. You have no idea how much this helped, because you'll be sitting around thinking something's horribly wrong with you, and then you're going to hear someone else talk about the same difficulty that you're having. All of a sudden, you've moved through a blockage. When we become willing to share our blockages and our limits and all of that, we help everyone else as well. Now, scientific basis. Research in neuroscience and psychology supports the role of consciousness in shaping perceptions and experiences. Studies on mindfulness and meditation demonstrate their benefits for mental health and well-being. When I started meditating, and it was in the mid-1980s, I was doing it because it seemed to be the thing to do. And then when I started receiving Wilhelm through my meditation in 1989, I had no clue as where it was going to take me. But what it did over all of those years and all of the information that I received, it caused me to heal. Heal in ways, mind body connections I was making that people could not understand. Now, I didn't know that I was accumulating this. None of us know what we're building as we live our lives. It's just something that happens throughout our lives, and it could change for you. I have changed so many times in my life, different careers, different jobs, coming to the one that would make the most sense for me. And it happened to be at the end of my life. And that's why I'm putting this together now, because as we live, we can give to others what we have learned. And the things that I have learned have been extraordinary. And the things that I've experienced have been extraordinary as well. Some of them horribly difficult and challenging and threatening, life threatening. That's how they felt to me. However, it gave me the ability to develop techniques and exercises and processes for others to use so they don't move through that. When you listen to the testimonials, you will hear people say, I've never done anything like this. This has changed my life. I can't believe it. That's because it's never been done. And the reason for that is that I discovered things about myself. After doing this for 35 years, receiving this cosmic guidance, I created something that was giving people the ability to own who they are. When we move through a societal change, then people like me come out of the woodwork, basically, is how it seems. But it wasn't that, because I've been doing it for a really long time. And then to reveal that I'm a prophet, and that's why I could receive this information. When we start to look at time, we understand, we've learned from many others before, that time is an illusion. And so I would receive information 10, 20 years ago that then starts to make sense. That's a development of our individual consciousness and also the collective consciousness, or what we believe is possible. And I have proven so many things that were thought to be impossible before, but they are possible. And I know that other people who will use this work will create other things and bring something else into the world that will cause our evolution to grow even higher than that. Now, why now? Because we're moving through a global transition. We've all felt it over the last several years, and it feels a little scary. It feels uncertain. But because I received this information before, I was quite aware of the societal changes that happen over periods of time, even though I didn't know that I was receiving that. But now I'm able to give it to more people because we have different technology. When I began writing in 1989, receiving Wilhelm's information, there was no internet. It was just being developed there. I had no access to verification of any of these things until later, until I started seeing that, oh, wait a minute, I had been using neuroscience this entire time as I was receiving this information, because I was doing it daily. And when you change your brain, you'll understand much more about this if you study neuroscience, because we have all been programmed in particular ways, and we've created neural pathways that have us acting the same way over and over again unless we become aware of the limiting beliefs that we keep thinking ourselves or that were taught to us. Then we move to a higher state of understanding. But see, when we do that individually, we will cause that to happen globally, and that's where we are now. I've spoken often about, which is the information I've received, about a restructuring, because that's what I want people to understand, because it looks like things are falling apart. But I was given the information that things are coming together when we decide that we're going to come together within ourselves. I just happen to be a person who was given information to allow others to accomplish that goal as I did. And so the alignment, let me tell you, the alignment was this. I discovered in 2021 that I was given all this information in 2012 that was relevant to this time in our world. We could go back and look at all the ways that we're coming to understand the cosmos and how things change and energy and all of that, because everything is energy. So the planets change over time and over years, and we happen to be existing during a time where that is happening very heavily. So then what happens is the individual, each of us, are being urged to access a higher state of consciousness within us. That's why this work is so important. And it's also why it works, because I access cosmic guidance, which guides you to your authentic self, or what I call your soul mission, because every single person has it. And when you are suffering, when you're not confident, when you're moving through difficulties, it's because you just haven't latched on to or connected to that authentic place within you. And I will say that a lot of times it's challenging. It was really challenging for me because I was doing something completely different. We're all supposed to be different and unique, but that's also the challenge. How do we embrace who we're supposed to become? How do we embrace this unique being that we're meant to bring to the world? Why are we struggling so much? Why are we having difficulties? This program gives you the ability to answer all of those questions. And that's what has happened over the years. Now, I will say to you, I didn't understand all of that because when I first began putting it out in 2021, I was really kind of shocked at the results because the results were astounding. But I have not completed that, which is why I'm talking about it now. We just stop at times. Even when we're finding something that's really working and great, it can kind of frighten us because that's what's within you. And we have this fear of the unknown that prevents us from moving into places where it could give us our best lives. Now, the call to action is to explore the program, begin your journey to a higher consciousness. And the purpose is to unleash your potential to make an impact, not only in your life, but also in the world. And collectively, then you will live the life that you want to have, and we will all know that we've made a difference to the world that we want to experience. That is what this is. Now, the reason I'm saying this today, because I have a couple of events, you can always go to my website and check everything because I'm doing a channeling session. You can always find them there. And if you listen to a channeling session, no matter when it might have been, you will receive more information because I just received it at a particular time, but it's cosmic guidance that helps everyone. And even when I'm answering a question from someone else, you will see that it will help you. And because I knew that I could do this, I've just opened up as well private channeling sessions. And I just had one yesterday, and this guy, he just sent me this wonderful email that he was so glad that he was awakening to his higher self, which he never knew was there. He just thought he was a little nuts, but he's now understanding that he was being awakened while he was having some of these strange experiences. You might be feeling that as well. But what I have not done, again, as I said, is change this to completed all the work. I have so much I'm going to put in here because I want people to know their life purpose, move through any kind of trauma, create great relationships for themselves, and become abundant. Meaning, when you move through all the restrictions, you start to allow abundance to come to you because it's a natural result of you embracing your authentic self. And I've seen this because I've pushed things away from me for so long. And so I know how detrimental that can be to you experiencing the life that you're supposed to have. So that's what I'm giving to others. But at this time, I'm saying this because I'm only taking 5 people at this time because I'm going to need time to work on all of this. It's going to be exposed to thousands of people, maybe 1 million people by the end of the year. So I need to be prepared as well. So that's why I'm doing this. But I invite you to go to my website and check it out, or you can go to 4 weeks to yourbestlife.com. But I'll leave the links in this video. But at this point, I'm just taking the 5 people so I can finish all of this. But listen to the testimonial so you will know exactly what people receive. But I hope this gives you a greater understanding of what might be happening for you, but also more importantly, why we're seeing all the disruption and difficulties in the world. It's all energy. We change energy within ourselves, and then we change it within our world. Thanks for being here.